ha. Yes. Yeah, good morning. Nice and cool, sunny day. Now, I'm hoping to put my roof rack on this morning, but I've been looking at the attachments here. This goes like this, and then it bolts onto this on the bottom. And there's little screws that go on there, little washer thing, doodad, diddly doos. But what I'm worried about is this doesn't look like it's going to fit on my roof racks because the bars are rather large. So I'm just going to go over here and take a look at it, see what's what. All right, we're up on the roof here. So this would go like here, and this would go like here. But not quite long enough. It barely even just meets the metal, doesn't even come through. Gotta screw that down there. So looks like what I need to do, I think, is get some bolt extenders and some more bolt, so that, because it needs to be like, I think, around like this here. Guess I'm gonna have to go to Lowe's and see what they got over there. That figures. This does not surprise me one bit, but what are you gonna do? This is what I get for, maybe I didn't look at all the information on it. Maybe I should have taken measurements beforehand. Maybe I should have bought a more expensive roof basket, but I think the roof basket itself is really good. Sound, it's nice and big. I just got to be able to mount it up here. Now, looking at this side, still not enough room. All right, so I'm gonna need to get like 8 bolt extenders, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then 8 more bolts. I think these are 1/4 inch, looks like it. I'll bring this with me to Lowe's and see if we can't make this happen. I think in that case I'm definitely going to need to get some Loctite to put on there as well. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I find a different solution altogether. I'm gonna think about it for a little bit, enjoy some coffee this morning, and well, guess we gotta go to Lowe's and do a little shopping. Not my favorite place to go. Those gigantic warehouse hardware stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, they're so hard to navigate, and good luck trying to find someone to help you, especially nowadays. Oh boy. All right, I guess I got to bring this back inside. Got a little ahead of myself bringing it out. So just to see how the roof basket fit, I used some strap locks. Put it up there. It looks pretty good to me. I'm off to Lowe's to see what's to be gotten there. Got a couple different ideas running around in my head if I can't find the bolt extensions, but we'll see what we got. nose was semi-bust, but I was looking for some bolt extenders. That was an idea, so that the clamps could be extended and work with my roof racks because they're a little bit large. I found 2 bolt extenders. I need 8, so that ain't gonna work. And I was also looking at like some U-bolts that I could just pop on there and screw in, but they only had 2 of those. I would have needed at least 8 of those probably. So for now it's strapped up there with ratchet straps. I think I said strap locks before because that was in the back of my mind. So what I ended up picking up were some giant heavy duty strap locks, or AKA cable ties. And I'm gonna put a bunch of those up there. These are rated for 185 degrees to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, I think these will do just fine until I find a better solution. I could just leave it with the strap ties up there, but I want something a little bit extra. And I know these things are heavy duty. I think we are pretty good now. I got it zip tied and strapped. For now, I'm just going to keep the tent here because why remove it? It's riding nicely. Gives me a lot of room for something else. Whether I want to put my spare tire up there or something that I have not yet purchased, that remains to be seen. I'm still going to look for a more permanent solution than these guys. But for now, I think we are cooking with oil. Look at that. Oh man, that is super cool. My parents came back. We had a nice little dinner celebrating my birthday early because I'm taking off this weekend and my birthday is the beginning of next week. I don't plan on coming back to Clovis just for that. Heading out to Morro Bay this weekend, and who knows where else after that. I still haven't decided where I want to go after Morro Bay, looking at a couple of options, but my dad and I were having a nice little conversation after dinner. He was telling me about Pismo Beach, how nice it was there. It was cool and relaxing, and him and his siblings had a great time catching up and having good conversations and a nice meal out there. And he started asking me some questions about my drone, which he purchased for me like 2 Christmases ago, the DJI Mavic Mini, and about how it was returned, and inquiring, well, how did this person know to find me? Isn't that crazy? And yes, it is crazy. I'm still marveling at it. I know you're probably sick of hearing about it by now, but I got me thinking. I was like, wow, I never actually pulled the SD card out of it yet and looked at the footage on there of the crash, which I was super curious about. So I popped the SD card out, I put it into my computer, and what pops up? Well, a whole bunch of files that aren't even drone related. A bunch of my early thumbnails, my very first YouTube van life post was on there. End credits from the, it's not a documentary about the San Joaquin and Eastern Railroad, bunch of information. So I know, I thought guy who found it was a super sleuth, but you know what? I can see how he found me now. And then I jumped into the footage of the crash, and it's pretty interesting, actually. And it's kind of disappointing because it was not a great conspiracy by the U.S. government that bought down my drone, as far as I can tell. Looks like I just simply lost sight of it. It disconnected for a moment, was still recording, and smashed right into the side of the cliff. But kind of interesting. I left the footage here unedited so you can see it as we go off into the night.